Hello everyone, my name is Mike, and this is The Bored Cyborg. Let's open some packages. Welcome back to yet another episode. Today's going to be a quick one. I am going to unbox a recent order that I made from MVD, which was selling some really cheap Arrow Blu-rays that I pretty much bought all of. I bought one of each copy, essentially. So let's jump right into the unboxing. I'm going to open it up, and then I will take each movie out one by one, talk about why I picked it up, why it's now in the collection, and how I feel about it. Let's do it. Alright, so the first one up here, Black Mama, White Mama. This is a Jack Hill film, I believe. Is it Jack Hill? Nope, Eddie Romero film. And I actually sold off my DVD, which funded this Blu-ray. I think these were like $7, $8 a piece. And then it was very cheap shipping, so it was like a no-brainer for these movies. So Black Mama, White Mama. Blaxploitation flick, obviously, with Pam Grier. Awesome. Looking forward to checking this out. I haven't yet. This one I have seen. Ruben Fleischer, is that right? Or no, who wrote this? The guy who wrote Conan the Barbarian. Crazy guy. John Milius. I think John Milius wrote and directed this one. That is Dillinger. Again, sold off my DVD to fund this bad boy. Very excited to get this on Arrow Blu-ray. I didn't even know it existed on Arrow. Warren Oates as Dillinger. Really good crime heist film from the 70s. Pretty violent for the time, very peck and paw in terms of violence. John Milius always makes entertaining movies. Dillinger is no exception. Next up is The Beast. This is, I believe, a Russian film. It's a French film, my mistake, by Valerian Borovchik. Oof, I'm probably butchering that. Borovchik. Valerian Borovchik. It is a controversial retelling, reworking of Beauty and the Beast. Has some horror elements, has some mystery elements, fantasy, weirdness. I don't know much about this movie, but it's definitely something that I want to check out. It came from, let's see, what year? 1975. So you know me, I love my 70s horror, and I'm very excited to add this one to the horror collection. Next up, from Arrow Academy, actually, is The Big Knife. We have Jack Palance, must be early Jack Palance, Shelley Winters, Rod Steiger, Ida Lupino. What a cast. Incredible. This is from 1955, directed by Robert Aldrich, and I don't know much about this film. I believe it's a noir. The cover doesn't really tell you too much, so I don't know anything about this, but I'm excited, once again, to get into this. These were so cheap that it was worth me picking up just to give them a whirl. And, you know, Arrow doesn't really put out any garbage, so I trust Arrow. And The Big Knife, really excited to dig into that one. All right, now we've got Terror in a Texas Town. God, I love that alliteration. Joseph H. Lewis from 1958. Western from the 50s. Don't know much about it. Love that stylistic sort of cover there. Minimalistic. Says on the back that this is his 41st and final feature film. Wow. There's a whole lot of more alliteration. I don't know much about this. It's starring Sterling... Is it Sterling Hayden would be the actor here? Sebastian Cabot, Carol Kelly. Not many names I recognize, but I am not great with the 50s. I know some of the a lot of the science fiction and horror from the 50s, but not too many westerns. 60s and 70s is more my western wheelhouse. But Terror in a Texas Town. Looking forward to it. Oh yeah, now we got some... arguably my favorite of what I picked up here. Now, I haven't seen these films, but I know I'm going to love them. We have Rage of Honor, Sho Kosugi, ninja film from the 80s. This one's directed by Gordon Hessler from 86. It's not related to Canon's Ninja trilogy, in which Sho Kosugi starred in Revenge of the Ninja, and he had a role in Ninja 3 Domination, both of which I've talked about. And of course, the first of that trilogy was Enter the Ninja with Franco Nero. And this is another one of the ninja films that Sho Kosugi had from the 80s. He had a handful of them, maybe even 2 handfuls of them. He had a bunch of them. He was the go-to ninja guy, and he is always awesome. Really looking forward to this 80s action flick. I know it's going to be right up my alley. Have you guys seen this one? What do you feel about Rage of Honor? And speaking of Sho Kosugi ninja movies from the 80s, Pray for Death. That's right, they had both of these Sho Kosugi ninja movies that are on Arrow. I think only 2, Pray for Death and Rage of Honor. so I had to pick this up too. This one is from 1985, directed again by Gordon Hessler. So there you go. I can't wait to sit down and watch these movies. These are right up my alley in terms of action, especially 80s action, ninja action. Let's do it. And last but certainly not least, this is a Jack Hill film. That is Bloodbath. Know nothing about this movie, but I am a Jack Hill fan based on the one movie that I've seen by him, which is one of my favorites of all time, Spider Baby from 1968, with Lon Chaney Jr., and a whole bunch of other little character actors like Sid Haig. It's about a twisted family out in the middle of nowhere. It's just a fantastic movie that has shades of Old Dark House and definitely inspired scenes in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and things like that. So Bloodbath, and this is actually a limited edition Arrow. This one I think was $10, the only one that was 10. But it's got a booklet in there and a nice slipcover, of course, so very grateful to get this for so cheap. These things sold out so quick. Another one that was up there was Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but by the time I had seen the ad and gotten onto the website, that one was gone. But I am grateful to obviously have gotten these here. So that is Bloodbath by Jack Hill. Really looking forward to checking this one out. I know I say that for all the movies I pick up, but it's true. And actually, we have a bonus package here that I got, and I have a pretty good idea of what this is. I've been watching some old school anime on YouTube, some old school, I'll say OVAs. I don't want to give away too much because I'm going to do a video on it very soon in the coming weeks, but this has sort of something to do with that, in a way. I'll just say that. And that is a Nintendo game, one that I didn't have for the collection, which is almost at 400. No, I think I'm over 400 now. That is Wizardry. Yes, and it has the save the battery, of course. Any Nintendo games with the gold label on the back, it's giving you instructions on how to save the games. Got to hold reset and then push the power. Otherwise, you could lose your your information, your data. And that happened one too many times as a kid, you know, when mom's calling me for dinner and I'm like, "Okay, mom, I'm coming." And I hit the power button and I'm like, "Oh God, no." It doesn't mean that it definitely got deleted, but there's a good chance that it got deleted. It happened with me with Legend of Zelda more than once when I was growing up. But now I know better, and I'm always conscious of the fact that I'm playing a battery-powered game. Wizardry is one that I've not played ever in my life. I know it's based on a popular PC game from the 80s. This one is a port, but I'm looking forward to playing it. It's a dungeon crawler, not unlike Shadowgate on the NES, where you have to, you know, hack and slash your way. Well, it's an RPG, of course, so you're exploring a dungeon, very old school D&D kind of style, and you come across monsters, and you got to fight them in turn-based sort of combat, as far as I know. And that is Wizardry in really good shape. I got it for like $5 shipped, which is awesome that you could still get games like this for that cheap. And yeah, Wizardry on the NES. That's going to do it for this quick video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little unboxing. I figured, you know, I was going to unbox it by myself anyway, so I figured I'd do it on camera. I don't have my whole setup here, but it suffices. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as the little bell for notifications. Anyway, guys, I will see you all next time. Bored Cyborg is out. See ya.